So the last two ways we're going to do are finding slope from 2 points. The first one we're going to cover is the actual slope formula. You are welcome to use this formula if you want. I'm going to show you a second way too. It's just whatever you're more comfortable with. So our slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is similar like the distance midpoint formula. You do have the x and y coordinates, so you have to make sure you label your points first. So the first set of points I want you to find the slope for are -3, 2, and 0, 5. So like I said, we're going to label our points first. -3 is going to be labeled as x1, and 2 is going to be labeled as y1. So the second point, the 0 is x2, and 5 is y2. I'm now going to take what I have and plug into the slope formula. So m is equal to, instead of y2, I'm going to put the number. So 5 minus y1 is 2 over x2 is 0 minus x1 is a -3. Now I'm not going to simplify just yet. I still have 5 minus 2 on the top, but instead of 0 minus a -3, that translates to 0 plus 3. Now we can go ahead and simplify these numbers. So 5 minus 2 gives me 3, 0 plus 3 is just 3, and we reduce. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1, so I know my slope between these 2 points is 1. So your example 2, you have the points 3, -2, and -3, 1. So remember, first things first, we're always going to label these points. If I label 3 as x1, that means -2 is y1. And then if I label this -3 as x2, that means this +1 is y2. So remember, for our slope formula, it's m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to plug these numbers in. Instead of y2, I'm going to have 1 minus y1 is -2 over x2 is -3 minus x1 is 3. So just like on the problem before, instead of 1 minus a -2, it's now going to be 1 plus 2 over -3 minus 3. And I'm going to simplify these numbers. 1 plus 2 gives us 3 over -3 minus 3 is -6. If you notice though, I can divide both the top and the bottom by 3. When I divide the top by 3, I'm left with just 1 over. When I divide the bottom by 3, I'm left with -2. So our slope, our m, is equal to -1 over 2. If you notice, I took that negative from the bottom and just put it outside. That's totally fine. They mean the same thing.